Hai Jidao continues his lesson, explaining that the law of space-time can be split into time and space. While these are the most common forces in the universe, they are also the most mysterious. Lu Sheng listens closely. He adds that everyone is constantly surrounded by these forces. We all feel the flow of time and live in a space where every slight movement gives instant feedback. Despite this constant exposure, Hai Jidao shares a harsh truth. No one has ever truly mastered both powers. Lu Sheng crosses his arms, thinking deeply about this heavy statement. Curious, Lu Sheng presses the issue. He asks if there really isn't a single person in existence who has managed to master both. Hai Jidao shakes his head. He explains that beings who can master space are higher life forms, far beyond the sovereign level. Such people are incredibly rare and have never appeared in the history of the Heavenly Serpent Galaxy. He notes that Lu Sheng might have heard legends about these beings back in the Star region, though those stories are completely unproven. Smiling gently, Hai Jidao admits neither he nor the highest-ranking commander has ever heard of anyone mastering time. He firmly states that the power of time is not something any single life form can control. Lu Sheng thinks that while space is somewhat understandable, time is completely different. Lu Sheng's mind wanders back to his past life on Earth. He compares controlling time to the wild ideas only found in anime and sci-fi. He realizes he cannot even imagine what facing such power would be like. Even though he can casually destroy stars, that level of mastery remains completely out of his reach. He reflects on the limits of mortals. Even the supreme ruler of a star region, a flawless level 16 martial artist, cannot achieve true, eternal life. Clenching his fist, Lu Sheng remembers his early days as a student. Whenever his teachers spoke of the universe, he always felt tiny compared to the vastness of nature. It is a humbling feeling that still grounds him today. Despite his immense strength, a sudden wave of powerlessness washes over him, a feeling he hasn't had in a long time. Ever since he stepped into space, he has easily defeated level 13 experts and even challenged level 14 beings. Visualizing time and space as swirling orbs of orange and blue energy, he realizes something. Despite wielding multiple laws, he still feels like mere dust compared to the true, raw power of the universe. His eyes narrow with focus. If he could grasp even a fraction of these powers, it would heavily increase his chances in the coming war. While normal fighters could never hope to touch time and space, he knows he has a unique advantage. Sitting cross-legged, he realizes that with the entire Tinder mini-universe backing him, there must be records of these powers hidden in his domain. He immediately enters a deep meditation to start his search. Inside the ruined city of his dream world, ignoring the zombies below, Lu Sheng projects his mind. He summons many blue screens, using the universe's origin power to search the vast archives for clues about time and space. He commands the system to find any top experts in history who mastered space. A glowing avatar of a blonde woman appears as the system processes the massive amount of cosmic data. Lu Sheng thinks about the huge scale of his search. Hai Jidao said such a person might only appear once in a star region. However, by searching the universe's complete history, his chances are much better. Suddenly, a specific profile catches his eye and breaks his focus. The screen shows an older bearded man, identifying him as the lord of the Tianlin Star region, Yang Yizhou. Staring at the screen in shock, Lu Sheng recognizes the man as his own mentor. He is deeply confused, recalling that his teacher's style was the path of the four poles. He struggles to understand how his master could secretly be the universe's top space expert. Deep in thought, Lu Sheng reflects on his training. He had heavily relied on the techniques taught by his master and senior brothers. Yet, out of all those profound lessons, the only one he never fully understood was the path of the four poles. He admits he only grasped the surface of that technique. Because it was so difficult, he had just memorized it without truly learning its core concepts. He was completely unaware of the supreme spatial power hidden inside it. His eyes widen as everything clicks. Suddenly, a spiritual projection of Yang Yizhou appears behind him. The old master notes that his student has reached this level of understanding much earlier than expected. Yang Yizhou smiles warmly, greeting his student after so much time. Lu Sheng gazes back with deep respect, finally realizing the true weight of his teacher's hidden legacy. While Lu Sheng immerses himself in this discovery, the massive Star Spirit Flower spaceship continues its smooth voyage through the dark, empty expanse of the cosmos. Getting ready for a massive jump, the front of the ship charges up. It fires a thick beam of bright green energy directly into the void. The intense energy melts through reality itself, tearing open a massive, crackling wormhole. The giant ship speeds up and dives straight into the rift. Moments later, the spaceship bursts out of another tear in a completely different region. Violent cosmic lightning surrounds the hull as it successfully completes the jump. Inside the command center, Yankin sits calmly in her captain's chair. An officer reports that they safely passed through 23 spatial zones. He notes that while the ship took some damage, it remains well within safe limits. Yankson nods, agreeing that the wear and tear is fine. She orders a shift change, giving the active crew a half day of rest to recover. Resting her chin on her hand, Yankin thinks about their situation. The ship must now stay still to recharge and undergo repairs before the next leap. Her expression darkens. She knows this downtime makes them highly vulnerable, creating the perfect chance for space pirates to ambush them. Gazing out the window, Yangshan asks her crewmate about the current location and status of Master Wu Tian and Master Hai Ji Dao. The crew member nervously checks his screen. He replies that Wu Tian went to the entertainment sector, while Hai Ji Dao has stayed quietly in his room. Sitting back and crossing her legs, Yangshan reflects on their security. Wu Tian is a trusted long-time guard for their Chamber of Commerce. However, Hai Ji Dao is just a temporary escort whose loyalty is still being tested. She orders her men to meet all of Hai Ji Dao's needs to keep him happy. When she asks about his two disciples, the crew confirms they are also staying out of trouble. Yangshan smiles, noting that the two level 12 youths don't need much attention. Their combat power means very little right now. Suddenly, a blaring red alarm interrupts the calm bridge. Outside, dozens of hostile ships begin to swarm the Star Spirit Flower. A panicked crewman reports they are completely surrounded by space pirates. They face over 100 enemy ships, led by 7 dangerous level 12 experts. Unfazed by the threat, Yangshan stands up. She immediately orders a bounty to be issued to all level 12 and above fighters currently on the ship. She declares it is time for their hired muscle to earn their keep. With a cold smirk, Yangshan notes that their cargo ship looks like a fat, easy target to the pirates, but it is actually a deadly trap. She muses that wiping out these fools will bring in a nice side profit. Without a level 13 expert, the pirates cannot breach their defenses. She resolves to sit back and enjoy watching her forces crush the invaders. To her, the coming slaughter is just welcome entertainment to break up the boring voyage. Outside the safety of the bridge, smaller pirate ships continue to warp into attack formation. Aboard one of the enemy vessels, dark figures with glowing red eyes confidently discuss their ambush. Having gathered their entire fleet, they firmly believe the Star Spirit Flower only has a single level 13 expert to defend it.